Listen, I was in Berlin last week, and the bookstore there was selling the Elle magazine with you on the cover. And I got this rush of happiness. I realized then that you're no longer just an actor. You're now our global, ambassador, and your Baywatch co-star Dwayne Johnson said that you're the biggest star out of India. You talked about a guest party where a girl walked up to you and said, "Thank you for making brown girls relevant." So what is the responsibility that comes with all of this?
The difficult part is, and which I don't think anybody understands, is being able to understand what the responsibility is. Because I'm just a girl trying to survive, doing my job, and trying to really be the best that I can be at the job that's given to me. I want to be seen beyond my ethnicity, beyond what I look like, I want to be an actor, and an actor's job is to be a chameleon and fit into any part. I find that aspect of the art that I create very interesting, and I see it like that. But the responsibility and the enormity of it that comes along with, like you said, is like I'm still wrapping my head around it.
You've said very clearly that I'm not crossing over, which is very interesting because crossing over is the term we've heard for decades now. But how do you pick and prioritize when it is at the other end of the planet?
I don't choose things based on Indian or American or British. I choose things based on content and part. It's very simple for me.
Priyanka, you talk about regional films. Why is it important to make, as a producer, to produce a Marathi film or a Punjabi film that you're doing?
For me, my vision was very clear that when I joined movies in Mumbai, I didn't know anyone, I had no help. The only thing I could stand for was my merit and my ability to be good at the part that I was playing. And that was hard, not having support. And I wanted to be the kind of producer that gives support to whether it's new talent or stories that don't have the ability to be told. And I can attach my name to it and give them that platform. I'm doing a Bhojpuri film, a Marathi film, and a Punjabi film. Makes total sense because I was born in Jamshedpur. I literally lived 15 years of my life now in Maharashtra, and I am Punjabi. I'm Miss India for a reason.
And what was so exciting about Jai Gangajal? Was it the story of this tough woman? I mean, when I saw you with that stick hitting, I was just like, that looks like fun. Was it
First
fun?
of all, I was dying to play a girl from UP, because that's technically where I was raised. And in all my 50 films, I've never played a UP ki ladki. I'm a bhaiyan, as they say.
So am I, actually.
Yeah, and I never got to play that, so I was very excited about playing a Lucknowi girl, and I love the fact that she has a huge command on the Hindi language. It's been a long time since we've seen a film which does that.
कि अगर उस बच्चे नागेश को आपने हाथ भी लगाया तो आपके अपराधों की इतनी संगीन फाइलें हैं मेरे पास, कम से कम 7 बार फांसी पर लटकाऊंगी और 113 साल की जेल.
Abha is all about the rules, and she's about being feminine and about being tough and what is right and honesty and truth, and she stands for all of that. And also, I think it's a very relevant film right now. It stands for feminism, again, something that I stand for very much. That judge me on my ability to do the job, not whether I'm a man or a woman in a uniform. Farmer suicides, something that keeps cropping up in media articles once in a while, but we forget to discuss why it's happening and what the root cause of it is. And this film talks about that as well. And of course, the corruption within the system, and how it's like a vicious circle of crime and corruption. And so it's relevant in so many ways. And it's told by a filmmaker who's known for his bold political point of views. When Prakash sir narrated the film to me, he was sure I wouldn't be able to do it. He narrated to me in 15 minutes. He said, "तुम तो कर नहीं पाओगी, तुम्हारे पास वक्त नहीं है." I said, "Sir, और कोई picture कर ही नहीं सकता है."
क्यों नहीं कर सकता?
No one else can do Abha the way I do it.
Really?
I don't know. I just heard her and I knew it was me.
Tell me, is there anything you've learned through this experience in the West that you have really imbibed and sort of brought in that you didn't know through the 50 films in India? Is there anything that they do very differently that you would like to sort of adopt?
I think the one thing that I may want to adopt is the appreciation for the writing. We don't have much appreciation for our writers in India, and that's a big difference that I've noticed. That writers have so much importance in creating content here, and I think our writers need to be appreciated a lot more in India.
Priyanka, when do you come back? Is there a estimated time of landing?
I should be coming back at some point in March. I'm trying to come back for a couple of days. I think the Padma Shri happens, and I think Ganga Jal's releasing. I'm trying to come back a little bit for that. But we are starting airing Quantico March 6th, and it's every Sunday, so you have to keep shooting and make sure it's all ready. And I'm shooting Baywatch simultaneously with Quantico, so it's my schedule's a little bit of a nightmare.
It's a good problem to have.
Yes, it is. I'm grateful.
Good luck, and thank you so much for talking to us.
Thank you so much, and sorry for keeping you up at this hour.
Not at all. It's so lovely to see you.
It really is. I was very homesick. It's nice to see a fellow Chopra.
Hit that button below and get your film fix.